Honey, it's such an honor to see all you people here finally stand up in this province for this most beautiful province in the world. You know? I'm a Hereditary Chief from the Carrier-Wet'suwet'en Nation. And because of who I am and what I know and what I speak of and what I want to protect in this province especially, it hurts to see that this beautiful place like this is going to be ruined by so few people. I think you people out there, I've talked to a lot of your young ones out there, and a lot of the young people are searching for something really true to life to them. And I'm glad to see you out here, all you old people, all you young people, all you middle-aged people. You know, this is not going to be at the end of it here, I know. This is only the beginning. My Hereditary Chief name is Tilquah Deluse, which means whistling frog in my language. And it come from my grandfather from the 1890s. And I carry his friend stick here, who is my husband, sitting over there, Frank Martin, who is a descendant of Mungo Martin, who's been on the website of the government saying this is the best province in the world. Well, this hasn't been the best province in the world for us to live as Indigenous people. I hear you're all professionals up there. Well, I'm a professional Indigenous person from this land, and this land belongs to our people. We've never signed a treaty, we never surrendered it to anyone, we never told anyone to take it the way it's been taken. And it's not been taken care of all these 150 years that you've been here. It's been destruction, destruction, destruction. And we have no say, we have no words as Indigenous people for what you've done. You should stand beside us as the Indigenous people of this land. Keep this beautiful land the way it is. Keep it beautiful before you came. You know, the animals come up to me and they speak to me, they give me their medicines. Even though they don't talk, we don't speak our language or their language, they still come and look at me and say, thank you. In our world. The salmon has always been our staple food in our history, in our life. And that salmon, you know, I've never seen the salmon so destructive in this world. How they come up that river and they fight to come up that river so they can lay their eggs and have their babies like you. You can have your babies freely, but we have to fight as Indigenous people to have our babies. The salmon have to have their babies and fight too. So does that grizzly bear that you talk about. That's my clan. I am the Bear Clan of Maxon Lake of Central BC. I saw the destruction, what happened with Alcan project in my home. I saw that. I live with it today because those people never knew the English language, and yet they put an X, or the X was forged on that private Alcan thing. And I didn't like that after I learned the English language through the Catholic residential school era. When I learned that English language, I knew everything was so wrong. My people fought for what I am here. You have to stand up for us. We elected you as human beings to protect what you are there for. That's the land, the rivers, the air, the water, the animals, and the people that are here. You were elected in to protect us, to speak for us, to stand behind us, not stand behind the governments that want all these things that are of no use to my people. Many of my people are in poverty. The power line that Alcan put through and promised never did reach my people. The coffins floated on top of that river when they flooded it out. I didn't like that. And you want to put something up here I hear there's a hot springs up there. I don't know if anyone knows that there is a hot springs up there on Pitt River. That hot springs used to be the ancestors' territory too, who used that place as medicine to heal themselves and heal themselves as they go along from one mountain to another. One day, you know, you will want those medicines. When you figure out that the white medicines that your doctors give out is only making us more sick and making the water more sick. You see this talking stick is our medicine. They speak for us the way your microphone speaks for you. That's what this is to my people. It's a medicine for us to carry around so that they can have a voice. This is a raven. We have eagles. We have salmon. We have grizzly bears, cougars. You don't see them probably because of where you're at, but I see them every day. You know, they fly around my house. They fly around my house and they show me the rivers. They show me what they have to eat. But lately, a lot of our things like that have been scrounging around, finding a place, trying to find a home. They have no home left. You know, if you put this thing through, you're not going to have a home too. I would like to ask the Creator to put them like a prayer for this bird and for the fish. I'd like to ask the Creator to put his hands down on all of you today, in this room, outside. Put your hands up to the Creator and say thank you for what you're doing here. But I'd like to say myself, Creator, put your hands on these people here that are supposed to be speaking for our people, all animals, the air, the water, the fire, the earth, especially the water. Because without the water, you wouldn't be sitting here alive. I see you all sitting there with a bottle of water in front of you. And I'd like to say to the Indigenous people of this territory, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing us out. Now, we can all speak the same language. We can all stand on the same floor, finally. I know when Alcan happened, it was a private project too. Our people couldn't understand English. They didn't know what was written on that paper. I had to stand beside them just to see what was going on, and I was just a little wee girl. I couldn't even stand high as that table. And I saw all this destruction with that Alcan project. And it's still destructing the whole territory. Why do you think that there's be a pine beetle infestation up there in my territory? Because people like you who say you're professionals, that you know what's good for all yourself, not for me. It's going to get worse. Stand up, protect our waters, because you can't do it. We can't do it alone by ourselves. You make the decision, you do the legislation, you have to say so. You have the right to put on the paper what you feel like doing. We don't have no say. None of us have the say. We have no rights as human beings. Give us back our rights.